AGK Livestream for us. AGK Livestream for us. If it's a day game, we'll be live with a pre-game show. Alright, AGK Livestream is best. AGK Livestream is best. So come and join us on YouTube. Use the chat to send your comments through. AGK Livestream for us. AGK Livestream for us. With the lineups and A's news, and maybe with a guest or two. AGK Livestream is best. AGK Livestream is best. The perfect way to take a rest. They should prescribe it on the NHS. AGK Livestream. AGK Livestream. AGK Livestream. Hello and welcome to the Oakland AGK Livestream on, what are we, 12th of February 2020. Looks like everything's working. This is the first live stream I've done in about a month. I did a live stream back on the Monday when the whole Astro saga was all unfolding. But this is the first of our proper live streams for 2020, and it's something we're going to be doing a lot of in the 2020 season, all the way through the spring training and then all the way through the regular season. So hopefully things are working. Let me just quickly try and put a
Is my microphone on? Looks like it's on. Okay, that's playing me about a bit. Okay, so yeah, first live spring training game is on the 22nd, Saturday 22nd, so a week on Saturday, and that's a home game, no, an away game against the Cubs. Then on Sunday, we have a split squad game, so half the team are at home playing against the Giants, half the team are on the road playing against Arizona. All of those games are starting at 8:05 UK time, 5 past midday Oakland time. So should be great to watch. There's lots of stuff bleeping and pinging at me on various things. Here we go. Okay, we're working. I just wondered if it wasn't working, but no, we're okay. First live stream, we're just kind of getting on top of it. So yeah, they're the first two games, and then if we go through to the following week, you can see this is going to be the first full week of spring training. Lots and lots of games to come up. So if they're in gold, they're at home. If they're in grey, they're away. If they're underlined, they're day games in the States, which means they're evening time for us in the UK. Pretty much all spring training games are kind of 8 o'clock our time, midday Oakland time. But the interesting thing comes on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, we're playing Cleveland twice, or two split squad games against Cleveland. And then on Sunday, we're playing Kansas City and Cleveland. And what's happening there, the A's in Cleveland are going to Las Vegas. So we had the wonderful new Las Vegas stadium for the Aviators that opened at the start of last season. Looks a fantastic ballpark. I'd love to go and watch a game there or two. And so the A's and Indians are going to play two games at the Las Vegas ballpark over the Saturday and the Sunday. And the Saturday game, I think it is. Let me just bring up the details. Yes, the Saturday game. So Saturday 29th of February, the game at Las Vegas Stadium against Cleveland is going to be broadcast in the States on whatever it is, NCBS, whatever it is, the A's TV channel. So that's going to be broadcast there. So we'll be able to watch it on MLB TV if you're a subscriber, and that's a 1:05 Pacific time start, so 9:05 GMT. So that should be a good one. So that's Saturday the 29th. There are only two other games that are going to be televised, and both of them are night games, which isn't so easy for us. One of them's on the 2nd of March. That's at home at Hohokam against the Cubs. That's a night game. And then the Giants game. We play Giants at home, Giants away just before the season starts. So the one at Oracle Park on the 24th of March is going to be broadcast on TV. But again, not so good for us because it's a night game. So there we go. But at least there will be some opportunity to watch games live, and there is pretty much always radio coverage, even if it's not on A's Radio. They do an MLB.com stream. Donnie Barnes has been doing a few, and Dominic, what's his name? Dom Catronio, for instance, has done some in the past too. So hopefully there'll be lots of radio coverage. And I do enjoy listening to spring training games. I don't listen to all of them. Don't listen to all of it. Normally the first hour or so. But yeah, always good to catch up on what's going on in camp by doing it that way. Oh, a nice comment. Hello there, Vanya Carrillo. Yee, thanks for covering the A's in the UK. Listen from San Diego. Brilliant. There we go. Isn't this the wonders of modern technology? The wonders of the internet. So I started watching baseball in 1998, and back then we had 2 games a week live on TV at midnight, and even just keeping up with a season wasn't very easy because it was all, dial-up modem and parents complaining about you using the internet because nobody could call at the same time. So the world we live in today, when we can subscribe to MLB TV and watch the games and interact with people all around the world, sharing our passion for the A's, is just fantastic. So yes, couldn't be without it, couldn't be without MLB TV. And yeah, great to do things like this and to help grow the community and really be a part of it, because the thing we have, of course, in the UK, although we've got a nice kind of hardcore group of fans over here, particularly A's UK with myself, Hannah and Dom, it's not like other sports where, for example, in the UK with soccer, football, I'll talk to my neighbour about the football team, I'll talk to people at work about my football team, everyone talks about football because soccer, because it's kind of national sport. Whereas with baseball, I can talk to people about baseball and they won't have a clue what I'm going on about, won't know what I'm talking about. Even if they're walking around with a Yankees cap on, for example, they won't have a clue who Aaron Judge is or anything like that is. So yeah, it's nice to be able to interact with people over the internet, both on Twitter and hopefully increasingly on this YouTube live stream. As I mentioned, we're going to do hopefully a couple a week. And the idea will be it's a nice way to interact with A's fans all around the world. So those are the spring training games we've got coming up, which should be good fun to see. But there's been plenty of news as the A's have been back in camp, and we're going to be able to have a little look at some of those stories too. So let's see if I can bring some up. The main news, of course, has been following up on the whole Astros scandal and everything like that. And there was an interesting comment from a topic for later on from Susan Slusser, A's beat reporter. There was a tweet from Chandler Rome, who catching up on the tweets. Okay, so topic later on, Chris Davis tells he's ready to get back to his usual self this year. Yeah, his timing got thrown off. He tried to do too much and never did recover. Yeah, that's what I always thought. The game he got injured in, I think it was in Pittsburgh, was it? I can't remember. It was definitely a day game, and I remember him playing left field because it was an interleague game, and you were a bit worried because he's not great out there, is he? And he banged his side into the wall, and even when he came back from that injury, he never looked like he was healthy, did he? He wasn't swinging the way you normally would expect him to. And he just got out of himself, really. And it's so difficult during the course of a season when you're just playing day after day after day after day to really reset yourself and to get back on track. So I do really think that last season you can give Chris Davis a mulligan for that. He wasn't healthy. It wasn't himself. And I'm really convinced that Chris Davis is going to bounce back this season, be back in the 40 homer club and really power that offense. We really need it. And good to hear. Thank you for passing on Susan's information there. Great to hear Chris talking optimistically for this season ahead, because that's really what we need. But yes, going back to the Astros. So Chandler Rome, who is the Astros beat writer for Houston Chronicle, has said that no Astros players are going to be talking to the media today, and there's lots of security presence and nobody can talk to anyone, which is really nice. But there was some comments from Bob Melvin, and I should be able to bring that up now. Let me see if I can do that. Here we go. Let's see if we can make this work. There we are. Woo! Susan Slusser's account here. So Bob Melvin says A's complained about Astros before Mike fires allegations. Yes, that's something Bob talked about. He said the A's had done an official complaint through the front office about the Astros. There was another quote. If I scroll down somewhere, there's lots of interesting stuff here. Oh, of course there is from Susan. Where are we? So if I'm making your eyes go a bit, here we go. This is it. A's manager Bob Melvin getting yet another round of Astros questions. This is from Susan. Says Oakland had called league about possible cheating before Flyers' allegations. Everyone was fed up with it. He said, there we go. So, interesting to see. And there was also some comments from Alex Coffey, wasn't there? Ooh, that's an interesting thing I've managed to land on. Let me find Alex's. There we go. So this is Alex Coffey, who's the A's beat writer for The Athletic. So she put together some comments. Here we go. Oh, there was a whole load of them. Melvin on sign stealing scandal. So again, Alex Coffey from The Athletic. I'm glad that we're at this point right now, and obviously Mike, as in Mike Fires, had a lot to do with that. The game is better for it. From this point going forward, I think it's all about moving past right now and getting through a lot of the issues that you saw. It's supposed to be an equal playing field, and it wasn't. So I think MLB has done the right thing to move forward and handle it how they've handled it. And hopefully at some point in time, we're not answering a bunch of questions about that. Blah, blah, blah. So, yes. Still rumbling on, and clearly it's going to rumble on for the A's because of Mike Fires' involvement in it all. Which is a shame for him in some ways, because for everyone that have kind of been piling in on him and saying, well, he shouldn't have done it, he's kind of snitched on his teammates. I don't agree with that at all. He did the right thing, and it's going to be difficult for him going back to Minute Maid Park. I think there's no doubt about that. But the A's are going to be right behind him, and it will certainly add a bit more spice to those A's Astros games as we get into the season. There we go. Okay, so some other things looking up in terms of news so far today. Let's have a go. Yes, this is an interesting one. So this is going to... let's go to Susan Slosser on this one. So this is Susan talking about AJ Puck and Jesus Luzardo. Melvin says that right now there are no specific innings limitations for Puck or Luzardo, but it's a safe bet, I assume it's meant to be, you'd think, that the A's will plan to be cautious with both and Manaea and get extra rest whenever possible. And that's an interesting comment there. Somebody's asked Susan, maybe a six-man rotation to minimise things, and Susan says, not at this point. So that's going to be an interesting story that's going to play out over the course of this season. We know how much potential Sean Manaea has and how he's pitched so well in the past. Had that really difficult shoulder injury, but came back last season in, whatever it was, August time. Looks really good. Unfortunately, the wildcard game didn't go his way. But other than that, pitched really well. So whether he's going to be able to make 30, 32 starts this year, still kind of feeling his way back, I don't know. But you can certainly count on him being really good. And we can go to another picture. I think it was Alex Coffey who... tweeted this, so let's have a look. Oh no, it must have been Susan. You'll like this if you haven't seen it so far. Here we go. Yeah, it was Susan. Boom. Here we go. Take a look at Sean Manaea. Look at that. Look at the hairdo on him. Beautiful stuff. Sean Manaea says his hair is greenish yellow. I bleed green and gold. Oh yeah. Look at the look at his face. Brilliant stuff. You've got to love Sean Manaea. If you haven't seen his interview, he did an interview last year. I think it was in spring training last year with Trevor Bauer. And that's a really good watch. If you've not seen it, I think it's on the Momentum YouTube channel, which is what Trevor Bauer is linked into with that Momentum thing. So, yeah, well worth a watch that. It's nice to kind of hear him talking in a really relaxed way to another big league pitcher. So that's great. So, yeah, so Jesus Luzardo and AJ Puck. How many innings do we expect to get from him? Maybe 160, maybe something like that. And we'll be interested to see how they manage those innings over the season. Hopefully, we'll be going deep and going into playoffs. And if we are, we're going to want Puck and Luzardo available. They were great down the stretch, pitching out of the bullpen last year. But, yeah, we're probably going to need them coming out of the rotation if we're going to get anywhere at the tail end of the season. So seeing how they manage those innings across the way so we're not having to shut them down early is going to be important for Bob Melvin and Mo, the pitching coach, and to see how we manage that. So there we go. Quick swig of tea because I'm British, of course. And then we'll move on to some of the other pitching news. So let's have a look at who has been out and about. There was, this again is from Susan, or always from Susan, the Queen of Liaise Beats, of Royal Highness, Susan Slosser. She had a story about, here we go. Had a story about Daniel Mengden. So we know he had elbow surgery just not too long ago. Nothing major by the sign of it, but may put him back a little bit. But this is another thing, a gastrointestinal problem, possibly a parasite. Oh dear, that does not sound good, does it? And the thing with Daniel Mengden is that he is out of options this year. So what that means is he can't be optioned down to the minor leagues without being exposed to another team, being exposed to waivers and almost certainly claimed by somebody else. So it was already looking like he was going to be on the bubble as to whether he was going to make the opening day roster, like what's now going to be a 26-man roster. But maybe the injury, in a sense, helps a little bit because it kind of puts him back and they can put him on the injured list and they can delay the decision a little bit, but we'll see. It's also going to be interesting what they do with Chris Bassett, isn't it? Because he pitched very well last year in the rotation, and at the moment, people are talking about Manaea at 5, Frankie Montas, AJ Puck, Jesus Luzardo as a 5. But I'm sure Bassett is going to start a lot of games this year, again, probably in helping to manage the innings for Puck and Luzardo. But he did really well last year, Seabass, and I'm sure we'll get some more of that again this year. So, what else have we got on and around? Let's have a look at some of the... Okay, so let's go to Alex Coffey's Twitter account then, shall we? First off, there we go. This is Grant Holmes. I'm pretty sure that's Grant Holmes. Look at the hairdo. The hair is as voluminous as advertised, says Alex, yes. So, Grant Holmes is one of a group of young pitchers we've got there. Dalton Jeffries was added to the 40-man roster over the off-season. James Kaprelian is there too. So, yeah, some interesting young pitchers we've got on the go coming through. So, yes, this is brilliant. This is from Alex Coffey. Not going to lie, I didn't feel totally safe taking this video of AJ Puck, but decided you were worth it. Here we go. This is AJ Puck. Look at the beautiful flowing locks of AJ Puck, and boom, there comes the fastball coming at you from the left side. A southpaw, AJ Puck. Looking mean, looking keen. Got to love to see it, haven't you? And who else has been out there on my mound? Everyone's out on my mound. So there we go. I'm sure Susan had a few. Oh, this is an interesting one. So Susan, talking about Lou Trevino, asked Bob Melvin about Lou Trevino, who really, alongside Blake Trinan, really struggled last Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know, Vanya. Yeah, don't know what's happened. My microphone has gone off. So I'm going through the webcam at the moment, which is not as good, I'm afraid, but at least you can hopefully hear me now. Thank you for letting me know. There I was. It was obviously very entertaining content I was talking about when you couldn't hear me, but there we go. Never mind. You're always going to have teething problems as you start. This is what spring training is all about, right? You know, you're just getting your work in, shaking off the rust. That's what spring training is all about. Can hear you again. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know. Good stuff. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, yes, what I was saying before I got cut off by technical issues, just summing up really the situation with second base. So Jason Kipnis had been linked to the A's, but he's gone to the Cubs on a minors deal. So there's still that group of 5 players also who are looking to try and stake a claim for that spot. Tony Kemp was brought in. Slightly strange addition, I have to say, but he's there as somebody who can hit left side, which is what the A's really look for because of, basically apart from Matt Olson, we're a very right-handed heavy lineup. So you've then got the 2 youngsters in terms of Franklin Barreto and Jorge Mateo, who are out of options. So we'll see if one of those claims a place. And, you know, this guy, we've got Machine, I think his surname is, from the Reds. He needs to make the roster if he's not going to go back as a Rule 5 person. So they seem quite high on him, the A's front office, this young player. So maybe he'll make it. And also Sheldon Noisy, who took on the second base role at the end of last season and certainly did well. You know, he's more a natural third baseman, I think, but there's no room at that in with Matt Chapman around. So, yeah, one of those 5, I suspect, will get the nod. And maybe another one will be on the roster as a 26th man. But we'll see. The other players that Susan Slosser has written about is the catcher position, because we've got those 3 young players in Sean Murphy, Austin Allen and Jonah Heim, who are all on the 40-man roster, all really promising, but all young. And so there was some talk of the A's potentially bringing in a veteran catcher. Matt Wieters was discussed, as he was the previous offseason, but he's returned to the Cardinals. And there had been some talk also of somebody else who signed somewhere. I can't think who it was now. Somebody else. Anyway, the 2 names that are out there, and I know Susan has talked about, is Russell Martin and a reunion with Jonathan Lucroy. I don't think either of them are very likely. Again, both of them are right-handed, and you'd really want a left-handed hitting catcher to go alongside Sean Murphy. So I suspect we'll go what we've got unless a deal comes up that is too good to turn down for the A's. But yeah, an exciting group of young players, I would say, and lots of promise for the future, but also should do well this season too. So there we go. I think that's the main news. Just checking up on the various Twitter accounts to see what else is coming out of A's camp today, but that seems about it. No big dramas so far. The main thing you're worried about in terms of the coming into spring training is unexpected injuries, in terms of people coming back you thought were healthy and it turns out they're not as healthy as you were led to believe. But so far with the pitching stuff, we've not heard anything like that, which is a real plus. Oof, keep those fingers crossed because we don't need injuries this time of the year. The rest of the team, I think, are due back on Monday, I think it is, either Monday or Saturday. So that's when the hitters come back to camp, although many of the hitters will come back early just because, hey, there's nothing better to do, is there? Get back out there to Arizona and start hitting a few balls around the place. And yeah, it should be good to hear from some of the hitters. No real additions, has there been, from an off-season point of view, other than Tony Kemp. But really good young lineup, with Chris Davis hopefully back on form. I think we're primed for a really good season again, so let's hope so. Just looking around the majors, I think I might be able to do that. Let me think. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, let's look around the majors more widely. And the main news has come out, some slightly strange ideas when it comes to playoff format. Now I know as A's fans, we would be quite happy to get rid of the wildcard 1 game situation because we've fallen foul of that last 2 years, and then the misery of that game against the Royals a few years back. But the new situation with 7 teams from each league making it to the playoffs and picking which opponent you're going to play sounds absolutely bizarre. A typical Rob Manfred suggestion, you would say, and I'm sure it's something we'll talk about on our next podcast, so look out for the podcast on Monday for all the usual outlets. Looking around the league as well, it looks like Aaron Boone has been one of the next managers who's been talking about the Astro scandal today, and yeah, lots of insinuation as to quite how much of the Astros were using it and how much they benefited from it. I mentioned earlier on the Astros aren't talking to anyone today, and you know, at some point they're going to have to stand up and take responsibility for what they did. I saw that Marvin Gonzalez, who's now in the Twins, did that yesterday, I think it was, and did exactly what you're hoping to do. Say, yep, held the hands up, really sorry for it, you know, and that's what you want, basically. They did what they did. There's been a punishment to the Astros. Is it harsh enough? Some people would say no, but we are where we are, and you know, the way to move on from it is for people to accept what they did and to apologise. And it won't be enough for some people, of course, but you know, we've got to move on at some point. But yeah, that second home series coming up this season, which is against the Astros, so we start off against the Twins and then face the Astros. Oh, it's going to be big time. They're going to be drumming like mad in right field, banging on trash can lids. It's going to be great. So there we go. That looks to be all there is around the majors. I'll quickly have a look on the MLB.com website just in case anything really major has come up. Ooh, breaking news, rule changes announced for 2020 season. Hey Matt, Dom and Hannah here. Oh, hello there. Good to hear from you. Glad we're on. Had a bit of a microphone malfunction a little earlier. But thankfully Vanya said to me that it wasn't working, so I was able to fix it. Want to have a bet on who can hit the most homers in the Coliseum? So Cleats Pino is Hannah from O2K. Ooh, there's a good one. I'm going Matt Olson. I'm jumping in on Matt Olson straight away. Yeah, I mean, he definitely would have got to 40 home runs last season had it not been for the, whatever it was, 6-week layoff. And yeah, he's primed to really break out, I think, next year. I know he's kind of, to us as A's fans, he's broken out already. But no, I think nationally he's really going to come to the fore this coming season. So yeah, let me know what you think on that. Looking at his rule changes then, I don't know if I can bring this up at all. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. That works well, doesn't it? Okay. Let's not worry about that. Okay, I'll read it for you. No out of me and Dom at the hitting sim. Out of here we go. So you're in this lovely new place in Stratford. Okay, the hitting simulator. Okay, well, the new home run house, brilliant stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go for you, Hannah. I'm gonna say you're gonna swing for the fences and get the better of Dom on this one. I should point out that Dom is a Liverpool fan and I'm a Norwich fan, and we are playing each other on Saturday. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, but yeah, if you can get the better of Dom today for me, Hannah, that would be much appreciated. That would be good, or whenever you play. In terms of the rule changes then, so this has just come up on the MLB.com website, so we may as well talk about it now. Actually, it's all the stuff we knew about. It's just they've actually confirmed them. So 3 batter minimum. Official baseball rules have been amended to require the starting or any relief pitcher to pitch to a minimum of 3 batters. Blah, blah, blah. I'm on it. Good stuff, Hannah. Nice one. I'm on it. Look at that. Good stuff. Yeah, we need Dom to be taken down. And I will say, Norwich obviously beat Man City at home early in the season, and it would be a very Norwich thing to do to beat both Man City and Liverpool and still get relegated. So don't rule it out. Don't rule it out, Dom. Don't think you've got an easy 3 points there. We might just take advantage. Yeah, doesn't seem very likely, does it? But anyway, back to the baseball. Active roster limit. So yeah, they've limited it from August 31. Filming it so make sure the followers follow on Instagram. Good stuff. Yes, there we go. So where are we on Instagram? I can bring that up for you. Don't worry. This is not going to work. Maybe it is going to work. Okay, here we go. Oh, I shall bring it up for you. Doing this on the fly. There we go. There we go. There are the Instagram details. There we go. So yeah, go on to Instagram at Oakland AUK and you'll be able to see Hannah and Dom taking on each other at the new home run house in Stratford and batting at the Coliseum, hitting home runs all over the gaff. So yes, that should be good to watch. Can't wait to see that. I'm hoping to be able to get my way down to the home run house at least once outside of the London series this coming season. So yes, maybe an A's UK meetup outside away from the London series this time. So yeah, that should be good. So timber rosters, yeah. So maximum of 28 players, two-way player designation, usual stuff. Extra player rule. Okay, so that's pretty much, yeah, nothing really. Although it says it's breaking news on MLB.com, it's not really. It's just confirming what was already known, basically. So active roster has gone up from 25 to 26, which we all knew. And then in September, you can carry 28 players. So no longer can carry as many as you like from your 40-man roster, which is a bit of a shame, I have to say. But yeah, that goes to 28. So you can add a couple of extra players at that point if you want to. So there we go. Those are the details on MLB.com. And that's pretty much it. Ooh, Betts and Price are being welcomed to Hollywood, apparently. So that's all going on right now. Oh, okay. One bit of news coming out today that does affect things in the AL West. Taijuan Walker has rejoined the Mariners. Big right-hander is close to signing back from his former team after weighing his options in free agency this offseason. 2 injury-plagued seasons with the Diamondbacks for the past couple of years and hit free agency, so it looks like he's going to come back to the Mariners. ESPN's Jeff Passan reports that Walker will make $2 million in the one-year deal with another potential $1 million in incentive bonuses. To be honest, I think that's a good deal for Mariners. I think go back to what he knows. He's certainly got a lot of talent. We've seen him pitch well against the A's in the past. So, yeah, you wouldn't expect him to throw 180, 190 innings for them. But good for him. And we'll see what the Mariners do with Walker this season. Okay, there we go. So I think that's about it for today's live stream. There's been lots of news coming out over pitchers and catchers reporting, and I'm sure there'll be even more as the hitters join in Arizona too. So seems to have basically gone okay, other than the microphone malfunction at one point. I'll have to look into that. Why it stopped working, I do not know, but yeah. So we'll look at that. Thank you for letting me know that it wasn't working and not having me sit here for the entire live stream talking nonsense without realising it. Thanks a lot for watching. So you can either watch this live on YouTube when they go live, or they will be archived on the YouTube channel. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. Let's go back to that's main screen. Here we go. Subscribe to Oakland AUK on Twitter. That's where we mainly post updates. We've got Oakland AUK on Instagram. So Hannah's doing a lot more on Instagram this year, including the Hannah and Dom A's UK home run battle from the home run house in Stratford today. So look out for that one on YouTube, as I mentioned, archives of the live streams and other videos too. And we're also on Facebook. Dom generally leaves on the Facebook stuff. So yeah, you can find us all over the place. And don't forget the podcast too, where we're launching that. We launched that on Monday. So check out that on Spotify and tune in. And it should be on Apple soon too as well. So thanks a lot for watching. I think the next thing up is going to be hopefully another podcast on the Monday. So look out for that. And we'll be tweeting details about that too. And then, yeah, who knows? I know we're playing, so we're playing on a Saturday, aren't we? We're playing not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, and it's on MLB TV at 8 o'clock. So I think that will be the next time, say at 7:30 on that Saturday, we'll be doing a live stream and previewing the game, previewing the first spring training game of the season for the A's. So have a look out for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that will give you a notification to let you know we're just going live. So you'll never miss it if you subscribe. So it would be good if you can do that if you haven't already. And thanks for everyone who's been watching live. I can see there's people on the stream and people who've been commenting too. Thanks a lot for that. And also thanks to everyone who watches this on repeat. Again, subscribe and you can watch it live when we're live. So thanks a lot. It seems to have gone okay. That's one the main thing. Our first live stream of spring training knocked off a bit of rust. And yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a few more over the coming weeks. So we're ready to rock and roll when opening day comes along, whatever that is, 26th of March, I think it is. So yes, there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know any comments, any suggestions on other things we can do, any comments on how it worked. Please let me know, good or bad, so we can improve it for next time. But yes, thanks a lot for watching, and I'm Matt Smith. Check out Oakland Day UK across all of the social media platforms, and we'll see you very soon. If I can turn it off. Thanks a lot. Bye.